Say, this is John, what are you doing? I'm here with Jeff Eatley. He's got a really interesting story. He told me a little bit about it. I want to make sure you hear this because it's really awesome. He's made a name for himself in the industry, automotive photography, and he covered events like SEMA, just awesome. Helped their magazine. You got to hear what this guy has to say.
About 8 years ago, I got a phone call because I made a few contacts in the automotive field, and I bought a camera and I was shooting pictures, and a couple of people knew me, not many, and Rat Rod magazine called me up one day and said, hey, we have a cancellation, we don't have a photographer, we heard you're decent, we just need 5 shots. So I did it, and that led to about 20 features in the magazine, including the one they just released on the newsstand today, and 2 covers, which got me shooting a lot of cars. So from there, I made some contacts through Twitter and stuff like that, and I was talking to a guy from TV, and I said, hey, I'm going through Lubbock, Texas for Christmas. Is there any way I can stop by your shop and say hi? And he said, yeah, I'll be there Christmas Eve for about 3 hours. If you can make it in that window, you can come by. So I did, and that was 5 years ago. Well, we built a relationship, and we stayed talking, and we stayed communicating, and then he called me up about 2 years later and said, I have a gig for you. And I drove up to Dallas, Texas, and I shot some cars for him. And well, 6 months after that, he called me up and said, I have a deal for you. And I was like, okay, what's that? And he's like, do you want to go to Vegas and go to SEMA? And on my bucket list, which I have a book at my house that has just bucket list things, and I keep adding things as I scratch them off, is I wanted to be paid to go to SEMA. I had been invited 5 times, but none of them were paid. So he said, nope, we're gonna pay you, we're gonna put you up in a house, you're gonna be with a video crew, and your job is to take Shell Pennzoil main stage, because they're the #1 sponsor of SEMA. They paid like $6 million for this. And you're going to cover every single actor, every single celebrity, every single person that walks across the stage. Your job is to shoot pictures of it. And at the end of it, you have to make us a 54-page magazine that shows what we did at SEMA. So that's what my job was. Well, immediately the day that finished and the day I produced the magazine, they called me up and said, you want to come back to Vegas in about 3 weeks because we're doing Pennzoil 400. So I said, well, of course I do. Because what else do you say when Shell Pennzoil and Jeff Allen from the Car Chasers TV show calls you and says, I have a job for you. So we went back, and that's when I got to shoot with the Monster Energy crew, and they were doing drifting around me and I have if you ever want to check out my channel, I have a really great video, because I had video and still pictures from that moment, and it was about 4 minutes where they drifted the car around me within 5 feet, and they're doing 40 miles per hour, and there's smoke everywhere. And I have a print on my wall at home that's 40 inches by 30 inches, and it's hanging on my wall. It's my pride and joy. So yeah, it takes 8 years or 6, 7 years, but that's how you get into automotive photography. That's the short rate. I think it might take a couple more years to really do it full time, but it is what it is. And you just keep chasing the dream, and that's always what it's been for me, so.
Were you well known at this point when they contacted you? How was that connection made?
Jeff knew me.
So Jeff knew you, okay.
Jeff Allen knew me from Twitter.
From Twitter. So we were talking earlier about Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you probably want to get on Twitter. There's other social media platforms you should probably be on, but Twitter is one of them that, for myself, has led me to contact people that I wouldn't normally have contact with. Made great friendships as a result. Any other platforms you recommend for social media?
Oh, of course, Instagram, especially if you're any kind of creative photographer or something like that, painter, artist of any kind. Even band people, like musicians that play any kind of instruments, because you can do the 30-second videos and it reaches so fast. And with hashtags, and you learn a little bit of information about hashtags and stuff like that, you can crush it.
Yeah, that's right. All right, well look, what's your channel name out on Twitter, and your channel name on YouTube?
YouTube is just Jeffrey Eatley, E-A-T-L-E-Y. There's only 5 male Eatleys on the planet, so it's not hard to find me.
Okay.
And then it's J Eatley Photo on Twitter. And then YouTube or Facebook and all the rest if you just type in Jeff Eatley.
I'll have links below. So,
always links below. I want to do links above one day.
We'll see. You got to flip your phone up. All right. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. This is You Do It with Jeff here.